Hello, hello, Chemistry 2. In this video, we're going to talk about cis and trans conformations for double bonds and what that means for you guys. Basically, the issue is this. Whenever you have a double bond in the same compound, it could form in one of two different ways. So here we have a cis conformation. Here we have a trans conformation. Now, when we talk about cis versus trans, we are talking about a line that runs down or perpendicular to our bond. Okay, so if we draw an imaginary line here. Nope, that's wrong. Sorry, parallel. Okay. An imaginary line that runs parallel to the bond. Then we have two sides of our bond. Okay, we have two sides. Now, there are two sides of this dotted line. The double bond is considered cis if the more extreme branch is on the same side of the dotted line on both sides of the bond. So here, in a 4-carbon chain, we have a methyl group on this side and a methyl group on this side, and only a hydrogen here and a hydrogen here, which you can see in this model. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. So this is kind of our double bond is in the middle. I'm going to hold it up here. So we have our imaginary line that runs along parallel to the bond. We have a methyl group and a hydrogen. And then on this side, we have a hydrogen and a methyl group. The more extreme or larger structure is the methyl group between both pairs. And since both methyl groups are on the same side of the dotted line, that makes this cis. Whereas in this one, here the methyl group is down and the hydrogen is up, and in this one, the methyl group is up and the hydrogen is down because our double bond is still in the middle. Both of these are the same structure, except that one is cis and the other is trans. So the way we note that in our name is we have to state at the very beginning whether it is cis or trans. Now, this is done differently if there are multiple double bonds than if there is a single double bond. If there is only one double bond, then you just add cis to the beginning of the name. So it would be cis butadiene or trans butadiene. Now, you might have noticed that I did not capitalize either of these words. That is because cis and trans are never capitalized. Because, of course, they aren't. Now, I'm going to show you with this example what it looks like when there are multiple double bonds. And the only real difference is instead of writing cis, you put a Z or an E. So I will show you that if you give me just a second. So instead, we would put parentheses out in front, and it would be, not one. We would state the carbon number that the double bond starts on. So for both of these, it would be 2. We'd write 2Z buta-2E. And here it would be 2E buta-2E. Now, if there were multiple double bonds, so let's say we had this So this would be a penta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it wouldn't. It would be a hexa. I can't count. So this would be a hexa 2,4-diene. We would add to the beginning of that 2E, 4E, hexa 2,4-diene. So the E's tell us that both of these are trans double bonds. Neither one of them is cis. Now, I am posting a worksheet 6 today, and that is going to have small compounds, and I want you to tell me, all you have to do is identify the parent, but you have to tell me whether the double bonds are cis or trans by noting this information. So all you have to do is give me this. Now, clarification. This is not part of the parent. This goes at the very beginning of the name. No matter how long the name is, even if it's complex branching, this piece in parentheses goes the very first thing. Okay, it has to be the first thing in the name. Now, all I'm asking for you to do is identify this, but in order to get your numbers, you're going to have to name your parent chain. So I just want you to write it like this for today, and then in the future, we'll start complicating this a little more like we did with everything else. Excuse me. So, worksheet 6, that's it for this video. It's fairly short. I know this is the first Chem 2 video I've actually posted. I'll step off screen so you can see this. Comment on this or send me a message if you're having trouble with it. So, let me know.